Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly forecast for February 27th through March 5th. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to check in here and see what's coming up here for the collective. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. Not every single message is going to resonate. That's okay. You might need a private reading, and now is a good time if you want to do that because the sale is going on through February 28th. Information about that in the description. But we're going to connect here and see what's coming up for the Sagittarius collective. First card coming up here, is the Four of Wands. Hello. Now, I know a lot of people are used to watching Tarot for Love and Romance, and so Four of Wands is a card that we can sometimes associate with marriage, getting married, planning a wedding. Maybe some of you are manifesting that right now. But this can overall be a card about, well, a couple of ways it comes up in my readings. Traditionally, this could be an invitation to some kind of an event. So maybe Sagittarius, you're going to be invited to something, albeit maybe it's not happening this week, but maybe you're hearing about it this week. Like somebody might say, hey, save the date. Please come to this event or this event that I'm going to be having. And you might be on the fence about attending, but Four of Wands says, hey, look, this is going to be a good thing. It's a good idea to go. It's a good idea to check it out. You're going to have a good time. So it can come up in terms of social get-togethers. Now, Four of Wands for me in my readings also comes up a lot about stability, structure, and a sense of home, like getting rooted, getting grounded. Okay, so I've seen it come up a lot in the past in readings that I've done or times that I've pulled cards for myself. And so I've seen this card come up when you may be coming into a situation where you're finally feeling a sense of like getting on your feet or like feeling secure or feeling a sense of home. So if you're a Sagittarius who has struggled with this feeling where nowhere feels like home, good news. Good news. You're going to start getting into that home energy. And some of you may find it starting first within yourself, where you're feeling at home within yourself, you're feeling at home within your body, and then that is translating into having a sense of home or getting a sense of like, all right, I'm getting grounded, I'm getting stable, I'm getting settled. I'm curious how many of you may have ever had a feeling like you want to go home, but you're like, I don't know where home is. A lot of us who are on a spiritual journey feel that way. We feel that way from a young age. And let me know. Let me know if you were like that. I know with me, when I was a kid, I would tell my mom all the time, Mom, I want to go home. And she'd say, what are you talking about? You are home. I'd be a little kid. I'd be like, I want to go home. And so, I'm curious how many have you had felt that feeling in your life? Well, if you have, I can relate and I can tell you good news here. Four of Wands, you're beginning to feel that sense of home. You're beginning to feel it within yourself, and it's going to translate into stability in your life. So if you feel like you've been blown around like a feather in the wind, if things have just felt very transitory for you, that time is over. Thank God, finally, right? That time is behind you and you're coming into settled, grounded energy. The next card that's coming up for the Sagittarius collective is the Three of Pentacles, talking about foundations. Three of Pentacles is a card for me that comes up a lot of the time. So Three of Pentacles is a card that a lot of the times comes up in my readings when we're laying down a new foundation. We're coming into a new way of doing things, like a more effective way. We're building, like we're actually able to build something now, like to advance. So Three of Pentacles coming in with the Four of Wands to me really emphasizes that feeling or that sense of like grounded, like making something, building upon something. And this can also be for some of you, you may be getting your foot in the door for something that you're going to learn, something that you've been wanting to learn. Maybe so for some of you, it's an internship or an apprenticeship, or you're getting your foot in the door, like a career change you're wanting to make, where you're going to be able to learn, like somebody's kind of showing you the ropes, taking you under their wing. This could also come up in work situations where You're starting to get a little bit more attention from higher ups, from supervisors. They might be like, hey, Sagittarius, when you come in tomorrow, grab a notebook and go sit next to so and so and take notes. We want you to learn what they're doing. Or, hey, can you show up and go to that department tomorrow when you come in? We want you to work with that department a little bit. Like, they're seeing potential in you. They're seeing that you're somebody that they're gonna invest time into training. They may see you as somebody that they want to move up eventually, and so they're investing in you. They're teaching you things that you're going to be able to use later. And so I see the sense of like building and success with Three of Pentacles. I also feel intuitively some of you are doing something where you're setting intention in your home. Like some of you might be getting into feng shui, or some of you might be feeling like you're really wanting to establish a sense of permanence. And so you might be taking some details in your physical space in your home where you're trying to get things just right or make it feel like, okay, this is perfect. Some of you, I feel like you're setting intention for like a person that you haven't met yet, or maybe you've met them. Maybe you have somebody in your mind and you're thinking, you know what, like I'm in a good place, I have good things going on in my life, and I'm making space for this person, I'm making room for this person, right? Not that like you're trying to be, sugar mama or sugar daddy, but you might be just feel like, I'm gonna make this a welcoming space. I like it here, I want to stay here, I want someone to share my life with. And so I feel like you're creating that space energetically, and you may also be putting finishing touches on things, like just making everything just right, just perfect. The next card coming up here for the Sagittarius collective is the World, and this is a major arcana card. Okay, major arcana cards are going to come up anytime that we're at a significant new chapter, a defining moment, a significant crossroads. And the World card can come up when we are completely and totally done with any kind of karmic cycles. Like, we've learned our lessons from the past and we never ever have to repeat those lessons ever again. It's very powerful energy and it's very positive energy. This is a card when we're comfortable in our own skin, we're ready to be seen, we're ready to be celebrated, there's a sense of advancement. And so the World card is telling us, Sagittarius, that you're beginning to shine, you're beginning to be seen, you're beginning to be noticed, and you're finding yourself in situations where you're finally receiving the credit that you deserve. And you're confident enough in yourself that you can receive it without getting shy or embarrassed or, oh no, it was nothing. You're like, oh yeah, I did do a good job. Thank you. Yep, I know, like you feel worthy and deserving, and you're ready to be seen and ready to be celebrated. This could also indicate for some of you that something that you're doing or putting together is getting a lot of attention. Like a lot of people are talking about it, a lot of people are excited about it. So you might be getting a lot of praise in a work situation. If you're putting something out creatively, you might be getting a lot of positive feedback. You might have something that's getting shared a lot or getting a lot of views on social media. Something might really be spreading very quickly in a very positive way, where you're being seen and celebrated and acknowledged. The next card that's coming up here for the Sagittarius collective, is the Empress. Who else got the Empress? I want to say may have been Pisces. So if you have a Pisces placement, or if you're dealing with a Pisces, you might want to check out that weekly forecast for this week. The Empress has both Libra and Taurus associations. Libra is the air element of the Empress, and Taurus is the earth element of the Empress. So if you have Libra or Taurus placements, there could be big changes or big shifts happening for you in those houses or in those areas of your life. Some of you may be dealing with a Libra or a Taurus. It's a very, very significant person at this time that you're going to be dealing with or working with, or, it's going to be a part of this transition that you're going through. The Empress is very, very fertile energy. This could be in a very physical, literal sense for some of you. Maybe you're manifesting, conceiving a child, or maybe you are manifesting the person who's going to conceive your future child. This is divine feminine energy. You may be stepping into divine feminine energy or calling in a divine feminine into your life. Now, with the Empress, this could also be messages coming in for you from a like a matriarch in your family. It's like a grandmother who's passed on, or a mother or maternal figure who's passed on, could be coming in with messages or acting as like a guide or a guardian at this time, as you're going through these crossroads or these transitions. And Empress for me is a card that comes in, as I said, going back to what I said about very fertile energy. It doesn't have to be in terms of, babies and making babies. For some of you it can be, but you may just be coming into a very productive, very prolific time where you are generating greatness. You are generating gold. So you might be performing really well in a work situation. If you're involved in creative projects or creative endeavors, this might be a very inspired time for you, where you're just putting out stuff that is like just, perfection. Even if you're a very tough critic on yourself, and even if you're your own worst critic, you may be putting things out that you're like, I can feel proud about that. Like you're like I feel good about that. I feel confident about that. And so you might be doing this back to back, where you're like, it's flowing out of you, it's coming out of you back to back, and it's all really good stuff, it's all gold. And so some of you are coming into this time of prolific creation, productivity, and you may be getting a lot of attention for it, a lot of praise for it, a lot of respect for it. I feel too here with this Empress energy. Some of you are beginning to feel or notice that you're creating, like, consciously. Like, you're beginning to see, I called this into my life. I created this. I manifested this. Like, you're beginning to see the power that you have over what you're making in your life, what you're calling into your life. And it's like you're going into like this really inspired dream state, where you're like, well, now I want this and now I want that, and I see this over here and I see that over there, and I just feel like you're coming into this like uh uh flurry in like your imagination. Like you're calling things in very rapidly, you're creating things very rapidly, and you're excited, like, oh, I want this here, oh, I want that there. And you're making all these things, you're calling all of these things into your reality. And it's like you're creating your dream world, or you're creating your dream life. You're conscious of the way in which you're manifesting, and you're beginning to manifest with intention, and like you're manifesting your dream life, you're manifesting the things that are making you happy. And so I feel like it's stability all around here. Like, you're establishing everything that you want for yourself. You're calling in everything that you want for yourself. You may want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign. Sometimes your other placements might resonate more than your sun sign. There's a link in the description that will take you to the other videos. As I said, up through the 28th will be the last day of the sale I'm having. So if you'd like to schedule a private reading with me, there are details in the description about the sale. And there's a link that will take you to my scheduling page, calendly.com/amethystangelite. And you can schedule a private reading with me there. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous week ahead. Take care and be well, my darlings.